Okay, I mean, a win's a win, placed in the hat, but tell me a little bit about that performance.
Well, I think it was a fairly tight game, wasn't it, against two teams that are very similar positions in the same league. So, you're not going to sort of have any God-given right to come and dominate the match or anything like that. I thought it was one of those ones that was quite tight. Half-time 0-0. And you're sort of thinking the game could probably go either way. Which, as I said before the start, I thought it was going to be a tight game today. Hampton have picked up a bit in recent weeks, and Gary's done well bringing in 2 or 3 more experienced players. And I thought it was, what I thought it'd be like before, tight game, and we've come off the right end of it, which on some occasions we don't always, So really pleased to be in the next round. The objective, obviously, before today was to try to progress, and we've done the job, winning 2-0 at home.
A couple of injuries coming into the game, or injury recovery anyway. You've got players back. How much did that make a difference to have Zach back?
Yeah, he's a good player, everyone can see that. He just sort of gives us that bit of quality in a position that's an important one for us with the shape we play. And I'm pleased for him today. He was still, umming and ahhing about his knee right up until kick-off, to be honest, but he trained both sessions this week, and we know he's a key player for us. He came up with, obviously got the penalty for us with a handball, which... I've seen them given, I've seen them not. I mean, I thought we had a Stonewall one at Braintree last week when Jensen Wright had a shot and the lads almost saved it and we didn't get it. Today we did get the decision, and then obviously a lovely feat for the second goal. Great composure. He'd gone past a couple of players and finished it. So pleased for Zach and pleased that he got through the game. And not just for Zach, though, pleased for all of the players. We've put in a shift today, we've worked hard, and I'm pleased we're through.
But Craig King as well, I mean, talking about those injuries, coming back after a period of time out. Has he come through that okay? Yeah,
touch wood, yeah, and he made a great save, didn't he, second half. He was solid today, Kingy, very solid. And we know that when he's fit and when he's right, he's an excellent goalkeeper. Really is. He's very rarely has he let us down in the couple of years that he's been here. But I think he's just had problems, with injuries since the start of the season, which he hasn't able to perform at his best. But I thought he was very solid today, and one excellent save second half.
What does it mean to you personally to progress through in the FA Cup?
Well, as a manager, you've got to win games of football, and we haven't really been doing that on a consistent basis since the start of the season. I will say again that I don't think some of the performances have been bad, but we haven't found that formula that allows us to win games consistently. And when you don't win games, no matter who you are, the pressure's on you a little bit. Before the game today, we thought this is a big one today. We don't want to get beat. We don't want to go out with the FA Cup at home, and it means a lot. It's not just myself, but the players, the staff. We work ever so hard, and we're trying everything we can to get victories. And when it doesn't happen, it's very disappointing. So you've got to enjoy your wins, and I think the boys deserve to enjoy themselves tonight. And then we've got a week now to prepare for Dartford in the league at home.
And how do you turn that round in the sense that they clearly enjoy the magic of the FA Cup? And it works. How do you make it work in the league? Because it's been a struggle so far.
Well, I think you just have to keep trying to do the same things what we're doing in the cup. We don't sort of try and play any differently just because it's a league game. We just got to keep trying to do the right things. If we can keep everybody fit in the squad, that helps us for a start. And you just got to keep working towards trying to get some more points on the board in the league. But I think with the injured players coming back, and I think we're hoping to bring 1 or 2 into the club this week, which will sort of strengthen us further still. And we know what it means to this club to try and progress through a few rounds in the FA Cup. Perhaps other teams in the league, might not always take it so seriously. They're worried about their league position and that type of thing. Whereas if we can get through 3-4 rounds of the FA Cup, it massively helps the club. And I'm always making the players aware that they need to sort of put something back and contribute. And we know that in this competition, if we can sort of progress, it's a chance to keep helping the club pay off the debts and things to help us move forward in the longer term.
And looking ahead to Dartford and a team like Hampton today, like yourselves, you know, around the same position in the table. Do you expect that to be another challenging game?
Yeah, I expect it to be tight. I expect it to be, you know, a tough. Yeah, I mean, Dartford have just sort of changed managers a couple of weeks ago, and Tony Berman sort of, I think, taking the job at the moment. He's a very experienced manager, and I think since he's been back in, they've picked up a few results. So, you know, Dartford's always a difficult game. You know, yeah, it certainly is. We're expecting that next week, but. Yeah, I think we can enjoy the victory today, come in and work Tuesday, Thursday, and try and get some good preparation in for an important league game next week.
Fab. Thank you very much. That's